And welcome inside Wayne State Fieldhouse for G League basketball tonight. We've got the Motor City Cruise and the Grand Rapids Gold in-state rivals in the G for the final time on this home court. Reggie Butler, Chad Bush, glad to be with you on Cruise basketball. Reg, glad to have you back. A big one tonight for the Cruise, trying to stay in the hunt of the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. Tonight's a win or go home in theory. While there still might still be a small percentage of a chance to get in, you want to make sure you take care of what you can.
Tonight, a little bit of a difference in the starting lineups. The Cruise will mix and match some things. Jamel McMillan said he wanted to reward these guys and reward this team for the guys that have stuck around and have done great work this year.
Yeah, games like this are always fun because you have guys who've been itching to play, itching to show what they can do, and I expect them to really start fast.
The Gold have lost 6 in a row. They are reeling a bit, but they've had some bright spots. Reggie Butler, and one of those guys has been Armand Franklin, who's been on fire as of late.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a very aggressive player. He gets up a lot of threes. Tonight, I'm sure we'll see him shoot between 6 and 8. He attacks the rim as well. He's just a versatile player out of the University of Virginia. He really does a good job of attacking.
And the Cruise tonight will counter with an offense that's been led by the same man all season long. Every game, Xavier Simpson's been there, the rock at that point guard spot, something this franchise has had since it started 3 years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. Captain Hook, he's been phenomenal. He's a leader off the court. The guys really respect him. He shows up, as you mentioned, he shows up every day. It says something when the guy who's telling you what to do and encouraging you is there every day.
It's the home finale. It's Marvel night. It's fan appreciation night. A lot of energy and excitement on this Saturday night in Midtown Detroit. Reggie and I will have more analysis as we move along, and we'll hear from Jamel McMillan. Coming up right after this, you're watching Cruise Basketball.
Lowering the shoulder. Swing and a miss. McKinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
The home finale today at Wayne State Fieldhouse. We're here with the head coach, Jamel McMillan, and you believe it, we're here to the final time that we'll see each other in this arena this year. It has been a season that's whipped through. How has year one been for you? How are you doing?
It's been a time. It's definitely been a time. Success, little adversity, high level of spirit from a lot of people, but just a tremendous job from me. Everybody here at Game Ops and media and ushers and everybody making this place a cool place to be. I heard it was before I walked into the building and everything, but much love and much respect to everybody here. That's made this a pretty cool place to play. I've gotten some notices from people around the league who have come in here visiting teams and everything, and they like the atmosphere in the game. So from our team to everybody, thank you for this season. It's been a time. It's been awesome.
Yeah, thank you as well. The November G League Coach of the Month. You started off with a bang, and you got tight with your team early, and you've been able to sustain that. There's guys today that are working hard to try to help you today on the bench that weren't supposed to be back. That shows that you have that connected spirit that you wanted all season long.
Very important for me, especially. My role here is not about me. It's about helping these guys get a perspective and understanding of the big picture and where they are and trying to how they can fit in and you know, what the next steps are, what they look like being a pro. And so just trying to help them understand that I'm behind them 100%, you know, that their career is at the forefront of everything that we do here at the Cruise and everything, and trying to be organized and put everything together the right way, just doing the next right thing. And these guys, they're a weird group. You know, I haven't had any issues all year, and so I was waiting for the G League deal, but it never showed up. It was all love. It was all work, you know, and it was just all perspective. These guys got behind each other. These guys rallied around together, and we put together something pretty cool. So really looking forward to getting after it for the last time here today in our own building.
You'll reward some guys for their efforts today, and you're showing that in the starting lineup. You've got quite the concoction today in the starting five. You said you're not going to coach with a card today, going to coach from the heart. Tell the fans what you've got in store for us.
Yeah, just, these guys have been there every single day in and day out, hung in, gone through injuries and battled through some things personally according to their story and everything in their backgrounds. And so Ryan Terrell will be in the starting lineup today, who's been a tremendous asset to our program, and really, really fortunate to have him around, elevating our practices and just being ready whenever things have gone south and everything. And so he'll be in there today. Nate Knight's making a return back for us to try to finish this thing up the right way and get himself, the next 3 where he can feel good about things and everything. But today is just about enjoying the sport, enjoying each other, and having a good time with the guy next to you. I'm not going to have a card today. Let these guys kind of just free flow and have a good time with it. We'll put some wrinkles into things and see what some guys got. But, I tremendously value the men in that locker room, from my staff to the support staff and security, and then the players have been awesome. So let's have a good time. Let's have some fun with it. Let's see what we got. Get up and down the floor, have a good brand of basketball that we can be proud of getting out of here.
You've got a team that you've beat 3 times already in 3 tries in the Grand Rapids Gold, the only other team in the G League in the state of Michigan outside of yourselves. You're still alive in the playoffs, even if you lose today. Kind of seems like a pressureless day here today, but the opportunity with 3 games left, a chance to still get in the playoffs.
You're never out of the fight. That's something that I've preached the last couple weeks, and these guys have kind of gotten behind, rallied behind from last time. But we're here to win, man. Like we're here to go after it, get after it, compete at a high level. And these guys show that they're part of a role that can contribute to winning. A bigger role and taking on more. A lot of these guys, they want a little bit more. Some want a lot more. And here's where you demonstrate and kind of get after that and show and prove that you can move around the basketball floor and have an impact. And so, hey, we need 3. 3-0 is my mindset. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to go. It's going to be a day.
Thanks a lot for everything all season long.
Thanks
You've been a gem to work with.
Absolutely.
Thanks a lot, Jamel.
You as well. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. There he is, Jamel McMillan, getting his club set for the final time on Marvel Comic Night here at Wayne State Fieldhouse. We're back after this with more on Cruise Basketball.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
By any means necessary, everything I'm doing is legendary. Step in my office cause I'm a boss, not a secretary. Second to none, I am primary, not secondary. Give me the throne, I'm crown taking, I'm about to make the ground shake. Yeah, this is a rude awakening. Still got it on lock, you ain't getting the combination. About to shock the whole world, I am ready for detonation. This is not a conspiracy, come with that Big Bang Theory. I'm just getting started, time to turn it up. Going off in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom, yeah, I make it boom. Boom, yeah, I make it boom. Boom, yeah, I make it boom. I'm coming with it, you feel it, I make it boom, boom. I know you feel it, boom. I know you feel it, boom.
Oh, the March Madness in Midtown Detroit tonight as the Crews, for the final time in 2024, will take the hardwood in Wayne State Fieldhouse against their in-state rival, the Grand Rapids Gold. Chad and Reggie are with you. The Crews playing for a chance to get in the playoffs and trying to bounce back from their loss back on Thursday here at home to the Bluecoats. Reg, in games like this where you're without players and there's a lot on the line and you're playing the last place team in the Eastern Conference, it would seem like this would all come together with a Cruise win to send everybody off on Fan Appreciation Night happy.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best case scenario, a dream world, and but that's why it's sports. You got to come out and play. No matter the lineup, they're going to have some fun tonight. They're, as you talked to Coach before the game, but still have to play and actually win.
No two ways tonight. Both teams two-way lists. And Xavier Simpson, as Reg highlighted in the open, back at that starting point guard spot, the only Cruiser to start all of these games thus far this year, and what an impact he's had. Devin Hicks at the shooting guard spot, nursing that injury, working through it. Jamel McMillan really appreciates that. He also appreciates that from Nate Knight, who's going to be the center tonight. How about Ryan Terrell and Sam Peak, a couple of guys that were fighting for the last roster spots at one point a couple weeks ago, holding on to that spot. Now they're in the starting lineup, and Jamel McMillan is very excited to offer this opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. And, whether they get 10 minutes or are starters, you're still a pro. So at opportunities like this, all the work you've been putting after practice, before practice, extra lifted weights, here it is. You get a chance to prove yourself.
There you see Ryan Terrell, first Orthodox Jewish starter in the G League and player. There's Nate Knight dabbing it up, and he's back from an injury. They're going to need his size down low, Reg. Finding the glass and getting rebounds back on Thursday, a challenge against the Bluecoats. It's also a better matchup size-wise against the Gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Nate Knight is an energy player. And so along with that size, if you imagine how size can move around, he can really help the Cruise tonight.
Higgs in the corner for three. Splash City ATL style to open the scoring.
Great shot by Higgs, and was created by the guy we talked about before the game, Xavier Simpson, penetrating and kicking to the open man.
Second best in our league in assists at 9.5 a game. Kick, baseline, kick out. Tony, three, got it, we're tied, that's wet.
So it's interesting, we've seen 2 threes by left-handers in the first minute. It's kind of similar to that, especially that Simpson to Higgs, that shot that DQ Cole hit in the game in the corner that really sealed the deal.
Oh, he's all the talk of the town. Nate Knight looking healthy with that left hand, continuing that theme for the Southpaws. To end that theme, the righty no, and the rebound pulled off by Terrell. Ryan Terrell, first start of the year. Higgs to stay perfect from Triple Town, and he does. The kid who made it on a tryout in Atlanta for College Park has given the Cruise an 8-3 lead.
Yeah, that's big for Higgs, because Higgs is really athletic. And if you can get an athletic guy like him to start off with jump shots, it really gets him on a good foot.
That's Armand Franklin. That's the man that Reggie highlighted in the Open as an impact player, and that's why the Banks Open on a Saturday. Virginia product. He is a two-way guy. He's their only two-way that's active. Terrell kick out. Higgs to stay hot. Not that time.
Yep, but you got to shoot it. You've made the last two. Don't hold it.
The former Wolverine, Zach Irvin, the native of Indiana, Indianapolis, lost it. Short corner left. Xavier on the run after the swipe. Between three defenders to the hole, and he finishes strong.
They say being small is a disadvantage, but that's a advantage to being small. You can knife through guys. You're below their waist. They have to get low to stop you, and he was able to get in there for the layup.
Oh, the spaces you'll go. That size. There's a steal Terrell. 3-on-3. Now 4-on-3 developing. Sam Peak traveled with it in the corner. The former Division II player out of Wesleyan in New York. And he really got up. And Jamel McMillan said he really ran up there in his slam the other night. Here's another look at the rip and drive, Reg.
Yep, being able to get low, get through there. And also, Xavier Simpson does a great job of the football cradle. Being able to cradle that ball like a running back would.
5 points of pressure. That's what they'll tell you in football. Better have them. floater, ring off, no. Higgs with a rebound. It's about the only talk I can provide when it's relatable to football.
Absolutely.
Higgs with a little fancy razzle-dazzle through the avenue. Kick out, peak, topside three, splash city. And the Crews, deadly from downtown all year, continue the theme. It's peak from distance.
Yep. Good start by the Crews.
Another look at it here. 3 of 4 from downtown, and the Crews with a big lead early on this Saturday.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
Crews out of the huddle, 13-5 leaders, 8:56 to go. Jamel McMillan, the coach of the month in November, and what a great season it's been for him and his staff. He's enthusiastic. This guy's been a psychologist, and you know, it's part of what he's made of. He has not had a technical foul this year, telling us before the game the other night that, look, if I want to display, if I want to tell them what to do and cool their emotions and play at calm ease, I need to show that myself. He's a leader by example, and he's a great one that the Crews have in his first year.
Yes, he is, and the psychology really helps because he's always able to have what I call emotional balance, being able to, you know, regulate yourself within hard situations, and that's so important in sports.
I know that's something you teach, you're big on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know you can appreciate it. Rip drive, Nate Knight floater, got it in the foul. That's Nate Knight. Counted in one.
When Nate gets going downhill to the left and gets over that right shoulder, it's over.
Sure is. Crews by 10 on that.
Good touch by Nate as well. After the bump, being able to still get that rotation on the ball. That's how you can tell who has touch. Watch how their ball spins. If it spins awkwardly, almost like a football, what they call a non-spiral.
Knuckleball.
Yeah, exactly. That means, you know, that player might not have the best touch, but Nate has really good touch. His ball has a perfect spin on it.
How about this start by the Crews? They're 6 of 7 from the floor.
Yeah, it's a very good start. They came out to play. And again, we talked about being a pro, answering the bell when your number is called.
That's it. Rip drive, left baseline. Jamarco Pickett, the former Cruiser and the former Hoya of Georgetown, misses that out of bounds. That's a turnover. And Andre Miller, the former number 8 overall pick in the NBA draft, the head coach will check in a new player here.
Andre, he knows how to get off to, how to get out of a bad start. He sees what's happening, and so he wants to make some subs.
A lot of NBA minutes. Played for Jamel McMillan's father, Nate McMillan, in Portland. High respect level for Jamel McMillan, for the guy across the sidelines, and Andre Miller. Meanwhile, Pickett's going to go line right.
Yep, and there's another kind of NBA father-son duo, Ellis, right there, who's coming out of the game. That's LaFonso Ellis' son.
Ah, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. ESPN's LaFonso,
yes.
College basketball analyst. I don't know if he's with ESPN anymore. I shouldn't say that, but I thought he was.
Yep, I heard that information from Merle Scott. We talked about Merle a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Merle was my former agent, and represents him. And so
Is he still watching our broadcast?
Still watches, man. He watches all his guys' games, man. That's what makes him a good agent. He knows what's going on.
He cares, and that's why he has that reputation.
Absolutely.
Well, good. We send a shout out to our friend, Mr. Scott. His guy gets a free throw to go down. LaFonzo's kid. And here come the Crews +9. Peak right point. Pride of Stetson. Floater. Got it. Former All-American in Division II, transferred to Stetson. This kid's something. And he got a starting lineup spot today. That's why.
Yeah, and that's a nice move. That left hand in and out makes guys get in the chair, and he was able to get downhill.
Zach Irvin misses the three. The former Wolverine to the former Wolverine on the other team. Nate Knight gonna try it again from distance. No. Here come the gold on the run from Grand Rapids. Sule Boom on the all-name team for sure. On the right point.
Yep, for sure.
So jealous of that name. Audice Tony to the hole, no. Tap back, yes. Credit the bucket to Mr. Irvin, the Wolverine.
Yep, hanging around the rim. Good things can happen. And, get back to Mr. Boom, whose last name, I mean, that's just the coolest last name. Imagine you do something well that everybody just says, boom.
You went to a cool school, too, I heard.
Yes, all right school. Pretty good.
The school down in Cincinnati that you went to. Xavier? Yeah, the Musketeers.
Yeah.
Fellow alum.
Well, for sure, the best school in Cincinnati, I'll tell you that.
Ooh, there's a blow from the right hook of the 6'11" Reggie Butler.
Yeah, probably, I don't know what the Crosstown Shootout series is since I got there, but it's highly in favor of Xavier right now.
Yeah, the Bearcats on the downside of it. Boom left point. This is Armand Franklin. Cruz with sticky defense. Boom from the corner to the long two is a living wrong roll. Higgs with a rebound. Simpson spins. Terrell drives. And the banker no. Boom with a rebound. 3-on-3 run out. Tony to the rack, stripped by Higgs. Cruz with numbers. Terrell alone to the hole. Layup, no, but a foul. He'll go line left.
Good job of throwing that ahead by Higgs, seeing Terrell was up in the head. The old school rule is throw the ball ahead. If a guy is open ahead of you, you throw the ball.
It all started with the Higgs strip. You talk about football. I talked about the 5 points of pressure. There were no 5 points there. There were only 3, and it leads to the Terrell freebie.
Absolutely. Depending on how you hold the ball. You can be aggressive as you want, but if you're not holding the ball strong, it doesn't serve the purpose.
Ball security. Terrell misses the free throw. Terrell out of Yeshiva University. Played with his brother Jack there as well. First Jewish Orthodox basketball player to make it at the NBA level. Brian wants to be a publicist someday. Write his own story, perhaps. Armand Franklin. Left block, leaner, no. Offensive rebound, power put back. No, but a foul. That's Justin Jackson who stuck into the lineup. A guy that Gold found in the player pool out of Maryland.
Yeah, and Justin Jackson did a good job of hanging around the rim. We talked about that a lot. Just right there, staying active. Great pump fake. After you get an offensive rebound, the best time to pump fake is then, because you have guys who are out of position. They want to make up for their mistake of giving you that rebound.
Is the pump fake a dying fad or something of yesteryear that you were trying to bring back? Or has it still been there since the 80s, 90s?
No, it's a dying fad because I think players today are a little more impatient. Just in general, I mean, society in general is more impatient.
Sure.
Everything's faster.
McDonaldized society.
Yeah, absolutely. A pump fake, you have to be patient. You have to see something through. The reason you were pump fake is because you did something that made somebody believe you were going to shoot. So you have to be patient enough to play that out. Go through almost your whole shot motion. Let somebody jump. It's a lot to it. You have to work on it. You have to believe it's going to work. A lot of guys But because if you think about it, look at YouTube, look at Instagram. Guys work on better moves to get open as opposed to working on the pump fake at the end of it.
Good point. Good point. Terrell off a screen down the avenue. Float pass tipped and recovered by Jones. Back to the corner to Terrell for 3-0. The fight by Tark was won out by Joey Baker, the former Wolverine and Dookie. Topside Jackson 3, front iron miss, no. Ball loose, Baker on the deck with Tark, and it's won by Baker out of bounds. Back to the guys from Grand Rapids.
One thing you see is both teams are really competing.
And both teams could have every reason in the world, I guess, to fold it, especially the Gold. The Crews are still in the hunt, but, I mean, the Gold are in a bad way right now, to be fair. They have lost 6 in a row, and they have been sort of a team that's been in ruts, at times a streaky team. They started the year 0-7 back in the showcase, and then ended up losing 9 of their first 10 games, won 8 of 9 in late December, early January. It's been a rocky ride with them.
Yeah, it has. A season is full of ups and downs, and I know they wish they had a little more consistency within that, but it's part of pro basketball. You have to be able to stop yourself, like a stop the bleeding, as my college coach used to call it. Why let it get to 7 games? Try to stop it at 3. You're going to lose sometimes, but you just try to nip things in the bud. But then you have situations like injuries and other things that play into it.
The Gold did lose several two-way guys. Jay Huff, one of them. Anthony Tark on a Coppin State with a nice little right block fader that fills, and the Crews are +7 with 3.5 to go.
And that's what they look for out of Tark, energy off the bench.
Colin Gillespie is one of those guys that's been transferred to the Nuggets that could help them. Joey Baker with a nice move, old school move that scores.
That was patience.
That was patience.
That was patience. That was knowing that what you're about to do, he's about to go for.
Vaudrin checks in and saves it to Peak. Topside, Nate Knight from 3. No. Tark with a fresh 14. Vaudrin, one of 4 players that are Division II or lower guys coming out. Peak at the buzzer, Banker no. Pickett with a rebound. The former Hoya to Wills, who's checked in to the rack. Glasser up and good. Count it. Timeout, Jamel McMillan, who's hot. And a little run and a little life from the Gold. And that last one, a nice move by Mr. Boom.
Yep. And
Ellis, rather, pardon me.
Right there, yep. And you see the Tark finish there under the basket, being able to sneak back there. And there is the nice layup off the glass.
You are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, it's game time. We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
And check out the heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire. The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
The Gold on a run, a 5-0 run to get themselves back within 5. Chad and Reggie back with you at the Fieldhouse. 2:38 to go in the first. That's Andre Miller. Second season as the head coach of the Grand Rapids Gold, drafted 8th overall, all rookie in 2000, 17 seasons in the NBA. and he was with Nate McMillan, the father of the head coach of the Crews, Jamel McMillan. What a great, quiet assassin Jamel McMillan called him, a leader, an assist man, and a consummate pro.
He was a prototypical point guard. He always thought pass first. He's a LA guy, and they have a lot of scores, but he always thought pass first, always set guys up, and then he had he was big and strong, so he would play out of the post as a point guard as well.
Yeah, right. Very unique. Yeah,
he was.
18-footer fading away, and it's Chandre Jones from Richmond with a quencher.
An interesting story about Andre Miller. So during college at the USA Goodwill games in 1990, it would have been about 1998 or 9.
Yep.
And my college teammate James Posey was on that Goodwill team.
Sure.
So a buddy of mine, myself and Greg Graves, we drove from Michigan to Madison Square to New York to go watch them. And Dre Miller and Pose were roommates.
Okay.
So we're college guys. We don't have any money.
Right.
We slept on their floor.
Nice.
And probably in 3 days we hung out there. Dre Miller probably said 7 words I heard. And we're in their room. And I mean, we're in their room. We're on the floor, with garbage, snacks, junk, and everything. And when Dre went to the bathroom one time, I asked Pose, I said, he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to say, man, he doesn't say much. He talks on the court, but he
Perfect
doesn't.
roommate.
Yeah.
That's a perfect roommate, man. Fader for Jones, who's hit on 4 straight, and he's bumped this lead to 9 with a minute left.
That's one thing you can expect Jones to do is come off the bench and make shots, bring energy, and really make the right plays.
Did Andre Miller ever whip out any cash to help pay for any of your guys' things?
Oh, no. No, and, another thing.
You were out of college at the time.
Yeah, we were in college.
Well, okay, you
were they were in college, too. So,
they were in college, too?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Oh, he wasn't a pro yet, right?
No, the Goodwill games.
Just before.
Yeah, I mean, that was when you had guys who stayed till their senior year.
Sure.
In college. So they were most of those guys were going to, that was a good team. Most of those guys were going to their senior year. So James Posey, Andre Miller, Elton Brand, Brian Cardinal, a bunch of guys, man. It was a really good team.
Devin Higgs has gone to the locker room, and they're going to take a look at him. Already the Crews without some players. Buddy Boeheim out. Tosan Awoma out. Jace Johnson out. Jared Roden out. So you put Higgs, who's had a hot, fast start, out. And you combine it with that triple by Jamarco Pickett and a rude return to the Motor City with that 3. And it's cut the lead to 6 with 40 seconds left.
Yeah, Pickett says, I know these baskets.
Terrell left elbow. Tough luck pop out. Pickett with a rebound. And here comes the boom. Souley Boom out of Xavier at 6'3", 175 against Chandler Vaudrin. Walter Ellis in the post. Pickett taken over in the paint.
Yeah, and that's a good job by Pickett. He knew he was the taller man in that situation. He just had to get his momentum so he could shoot over the smaller defender.
Chandre Jones is fouled on the right wing. It's cut to a 4-point lead with 3 seconds left. Crews would love to get some momentum going into the second here after they've let it slip a bit. They once led in this game by 8, or 11 rather.
And this is kind of what you talk about in sports. You're up, just don't let the other team, cut it. Just try to nip it in the bud.
Jones at the buzzer. Oh, it touched every part of the tin, but coughed out. And the Crews go to the second +4. And in this final home game, the 2024, Crews trying to make a move as we flip to the second. We're back to the Motor City for second quarter action right after this.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to fix my feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today. Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Everyone looking for a bandwagon. Every statistician always in the weeds.
Points, rebounds, assists.
Every streetwear king who's here for the drip. Every Nuggets fan still reigning like a champ. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
All right, it's game time.
We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
Hey, check out the Heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire.
Hit me.
The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
Crews lead it by 4 as we head to the second. That man, Xavier Simpson, Mr. Ohio, who converted himself rightly to Mr. Wolverine, has led this team and been so impressive, Reggie Butler.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a gold standard. You know, imagine.
No pun intended.
Right.
That's good, Reg.
Imagine if your next point guard doesn't show up every day after a guy like him. So here, let's really lay that out. Imagine, so Xavier Simpson's, 5'10", between 5'10" and 6 feet. Imagine your next point guard shows up and he's quote-unquote prototypical 6'4", can jump, shoot long threes. But he's not made of what Xavier Simpson's made of.
Right.
Which one would you take?
If
he shows up half the time.
No look pass, Vaudrin to Alexander. Blew the bunny, got it back, and missed from short range after the fresh feed.
Yeah, but you got to see Alexander's strength right there, but just put it up a little bit too hard.
Alexander freshly signed as the whistle from the three-point line. That's a foul and a costly one. Stanley Amude is out for the year as well. Hurt his foot. Alexander was acquired 9 days ago as we get another look at the foul here. Oh, I don't know, Reg.
Yeah. I would have to see it closer to see if he really hit his face like that or if that was a bit of an exaggeration.
Ball don't lie. Simpson between the rings. Step back, 17-footer, no. Crews have grown cold in this ball game, shooting 40% now. They started 6 of 7. Short with a shot, tip back, and an offensive rebound. But a Terrell tap out and a greeting to the fan. See, that's a publicist. That's a publicist do right there. Things like that. That's smart. He's a natural.
Absolutely, and that's George David down there. So Terrell said, hey, you see me going for that? Call me up.
That's right. 3-ball no. Offensive rebound hauled in by Ellis, and he barrels his way to the hole. Terrell wanted the charge, didn't get it. And the product out of Grand Canyon has cut this to 2, Reg.
Looking like his dad on that one. LaFonso, yeah,
yes.
I mean, a strong play like that. I mean, LaFonso was a strong guy and very aggressive from Notre Dame to his NBA days.
Fine analyst. Topside Simpson to the rolling Alexander, off the glass short. Vaudrin, and that's a shot clock violation, but Vaudrin says, wait a minute, it hit rim. And now the officials are going to talk. Eric Ailing and J.P. Prim converge and confirm the call. Let's see if the argument was valid. Alexander and Tark will take a seat. Peak returns. Nate Knight returns. How about those cool superhero jerseys?
Yeah, they are. They're the coolest. And they got a nice crowd tonight for superhero night.
Lob down low, a fine feed from Irvin to D's Tony.
Yeah, good job. A lot of wings or guards don't post like that. So when you get a wing or guard on you, they're really unfamiliar when you seal them like that.
Interesting, as head coach Andre Miller used to do that same move. 15-footer, Terrell cashes.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Miller gets out there and practices a little bit and shows them how to post up.
You bet. Franklin dead spot right. Broke with it. Vaudrin with a rebound. Crews by 2. This game was tied on the last trip. Nate Knight fouled going down the boulevard. That's Pickett, who didn't love the call.
Good. He's more disappointed in himself. Knight did a really good job of sticking it out there James Harden style. And it just tempts you, man. You can't not go to grab the it's like a bag of food. Yeah, exactly. See Terrell flashing there for the nice and easy bucket. See, mid-range, man, you need it in your game. You're able to sneak in and get easy baskets like that.
It's been a solid 2-range team this year, the Crews, haven't they? Especially with Roden, you think of, and Simpson and others. Sam Peak got the miss, but could finish the assignment. On the run left wing, Franklin to the rack. Power lay-in good. No time to waste, Simpson the other way. Tied up at 26, 9 minutes to go until halftime. The Crews are in for one. Xavier with a blow-by.
Yeah, but that's a good job. I mean, the way he manipulates that screen. Knight did a good job of taking both guys out, but the way Simpson kind of manipulates things is a talent.
Nate Knight with a swat on Joey in the corner, and he sent it in the third row. And he's going to go chase that ball down. That's a blue-collar work ethic right there.
Yep, good job by Knight getting out there and blocking that shot. You don't see block threes often.
What a blessing it was to get Nate Knight. The Crews have gone through centers like crazy because of their high level of play that they've performed and getting promoted, getting signed. And Nate Knight's really stepped in nicely, especially with Jace Johnson out tonight again. Fade away, Ellis, no. Great box out, and it results in a Knight rebound.
Yep, good job. Good defensive stop and possession.
Higgs back out of that locker room and right onto the court. Terrell kick, corner Peak. Dead spot left Simpson. 4-3, no.
Yeah, but that's what the Crews want. They want to move the ball like that. I mean, you made the goal really just shift and move around 3 to 4 times. You'll live with shots like that.
You bet. Big boy rebound. Simpson the other way. Lob down low. Nate was held, and he got busted for it. Joey Baker, the guilty party.
Yeah, and Baker's like, all I was doing was fighting back.
Agan Abazi with the call, and a good one at that.
Oh, there was a little bit of a hold.
Mm-hmm. You've seen and felt a few of those in your day, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's technique. You go in and tangle with the guy, and when you're trying to get out to go catch the ball, if he doesn't let you go, it's a foul.
Nate Knight continuing to do the gritty blue-collar stuff, and he gets rewarded here, Reg. What an effort by Nate Knight. He wasn't even supposed to play today when he woke up.
Absolutely. That says a lot about him. Like you mentioned, Coach, in the pregame interview, Coach McMillan praised him for getting out there and working on his injury, getting treatment to be able to play, and look at how he's rewarding himself. It's days like this where good things happen. There's somebody watching who maybe didn't see you earlier in the year. You know, you go through a year and human nature tells us, hey, I've done this and this and I haven't gotten what I wanted. Well, the right person wasn't just watching yet. So here he is. He has a great week of treatment, preparing himself to get back. and he plays like this, maybe that person was there today. You can't make somebody watch you on a certain day.
And guess what? If he doesn't make it, he's got a degree from William and Mary in the prestigious Raymond Mason School of Business as a business analytics guy.
Imagine that.
I mean, talk about taking a pay cut. I mean, no offense to the G and no offense, but this guy's taking a pay cut to live out his dream.
Absolutely. You are 100% right. This is this sports life, like some of us retired players say, it was a fairy tale. And, you know, once you hit mid-20s, early 30s, and it's all over, that's real life. And so he's going to start life with a business degree from William and Mary.
Yeah, not bad. 7th in the G League in total rebounds among all NBA G League second years. 6th in offensive rebounds. He's an offensive machine at 6'8". Pull up mid-range, Simpson no. Kick out, and Boom with the rebound. Cruz +4, 7 left. It's been a battle with their in-state rival from the G. 11-win Grand Rapids. Boom, kick, corner, Baker, 3, got it.
Good ball movement. Being able to get in there, take the contact, and kick it out.
Cruz by 1, a kick ball in the corner. After this, the Crews have 2 more games. They'll play at the 905 to close it out twice. Up in the 905 in Toronto. And so that'll happen later this week. Winding down to the end of the 2024 season. A great season it's been. Our final home game. We appreciate the Crews and all the hardworking folks behind the scenes on the prep production crew as well. We'll take a timeout. We're back to Detroit in a moment. 6:43 to go. Crews by 1 and a tight one. Thanks for watching. This is Crews basketball.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to Fix My Feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing.
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
Well, it's Marvel Night, it's Fan Appreciation Night, and the Pistons Academy is here, and they're giving out awards, and some young men and women are getting rewarded for their hard work as well. The Piston Academy, a big part of things. We've got a Piston Academy graduate back in the dials right now, Austin Sonnenberg.
Awesome.
Part of it. But yeah, we appreciate what they bring to the youth into the city of Detroit.
Absolutely, and to kind of sum that up, being a basketball guy, kind of a guy who's in youth basketball and in the community, what programs like the Pistons Academy does, in my outside looking in opinion, is it introduces so many kids to a sport.
Yeah.
So within the academy, I'm sure you have kids who are really good, but you also have some kids who just starting out and just want to be in a comfortable situation just to learn the game.
Sure.
You know, and it really puts them in a safe space to learn the game. It also provides enough of a competitive atmosphere for those kids who've been playing for a few years.
Yeah.
Because the sports world of youth isn't what you see online, just the travel ball and the big tournaments and things. Pistons Academy helps build a foundation within a community of that sport.
It's a really cool thing that the Pistons have done for a long time and brought together. And tonight they reward them on Fan Appreciation Night. Rip drive down the avenue, and Higgs says, "You're not going to do my trick. That's what I do." Get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that shows Higgs' competitive nature. So those are two competitive guys going at it. He was going there for the dunk. Tony was going in for the dunk, and Higgs said, nope, not today.
That's Audice Tony out of Arkansas, 6'6", 205. He also started his career at Pitt as a freshman and sophomore. Got up to 14.5 points a game and said, I'm out of here. I'm going to go be a Hog. And he made his mark there. He was the MVP of the Hall of Fame Classic. And he was traded to the Gold from the Magic this year. Corner Terrell, in and out, no. Rip down rebound by Wills. He was a game time decision with an ankle, and he's out there now. He wants to play. He wants to show out in front of somebody.
Absolutely. It's every time you're on the court in a professional game, it's an opportunity. I mean, you have some people who would dream to be at this level. So it only behooves you to take it serious.
Baker blocked by Nate Knight. Terrell high on the right. Rips, drives, spins. Off the glass, counted a foul. Mazel tov. Ryan Terrell.
Footwork. I remember his rookie year, there was a move he did at the other basket that was similar to that, and Terrell's been really able to show his footwork.
This is the block that started it from Nate Knight on Baker. And then Higgs throws it ahead, and then Terrell shows off that fancy footwork and the bonus.
Great pivoting. I always say the pivot shall set you free.
Spoken by a true big man.
Absolutely. That's why guards need footwork, because things like that, when you think you're in a bind, your pivot can set you free. Nobody can stop you from turning.
You know what else that was? Patience.
Patience. That's what we've been talking about all day. You're right.
Pickett high on the right, going to pull up from 18. No. Terrell skies and grabs it. Simpson from Lima, Ohio with the basketball. Down to Nate Knight. Fine feed. Nate fumbles, regathers, and scores it.
Good patience by Nate.
Yes.
Also by Simpson, because he could have normally thrown that ball to the wing, but he knew that Knight had the smaller boom on him. And Simpson waited for him to get established and threw it in.
Boom against Terrell here. Kick out Ellis with a pump fake. Patience. 3. No. Nate Knight touched it last. Gold will keep it. Zach Irvin returns for the Grand Rapids club. Jackson will sit. Meanwhile, Ryan Terrell will get a breather. And he said something to Jamel McMillan that made him fall out laugh, and he's still laughing.
Jamel, you know, for the game, he talked about how he was going to have fun today, and here it is. He's enjoying this day with his guys.
So is Walter Ellis, who bangs one from the corner, and the Grand Canyon grad gets his 5th point of the night. 4.5 left, Crews by 1. Left-hand leader off the glass. That's Xavier Simpson from Michigan.
A guy like Xavier Simpson, you know, when you're doing your round of 2-ways, he's a guy who should be a part of that. I mean, showing up every day, competing,
really
doesn't care what the situation is, and is just going to go hard.
Absolutely right. He deserves a look. Higgs down low, misses the look. Good wall up by the Gold. 5-on-4 advantage. Grand Rapids. Ellis all alone to stay hot. Down the avenue, layup, good.
Good job of Ellis knifing through there. He was going towards the middle, able to projectile his body to the right and still lay it.
Ellis, a guy that started his career at Bucknell before moving on to Grand Canyon. Shot from 17, no for Simpson. Gold looking to regain the lead, a lead they've had for under a minute tonight. Hook shot, no. Big boy rebound, Higgs on the run. 3-on-3. Peak, 4-3. Splash City.
Yep, and good job of the Crews taking advantage. Boom, he wanted that call and was slow to get back on defense. You have to make sure that you're able to stay engaged because the Crews took advantage of it.
Peak with a career high 14 points his last time out on Thursday. That's a fine reverser up and in, and that is by Zach Irvin, 6'6", out of Michigan.
Similar to the mic and drill work
Yep.
Sadie Washington at Michigan used to do with the guys.
Higgs again for 3. He's got 3 triples tonight. He's got 9 points. And the Crews get a little bit of a bump. It's a 5-point lead now. Little cushion. One that looks like it's going to come down to the final minute. Boom. Kick. Corner. Irvin. No.
Yep, good kick. Irvin just wasn't able to knock the shot down.
Devin Higgs made it on a tryout. Another one of the guys that's played at a lower level. NAIA Splash City. Xavier Simpson with a high major rise and can. And the Crews with a total team effort tonight. 9 points or 8 points with 4 players in this lineup. We'll take a timeout. Crews matching their largest lead of 8 with this Simpson step back bomber.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Hey, it's game time.
We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
Hey, check out the Heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire.
Hit me.
The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I don't want you to leave eventually. After.
There you see it. Mr. Crook, Detroit Mumford's finest on the right. Talked to him before the game in an interview you'll see at halftime, and this is what it's all about. The guys at the center court, IBEW, Local 58, electrical workers, and look, they give to a great cause. We'll talk at halftime, but Andre Crook with some great words before this game. They're proud to be good partners with this Crews team.
Yeah, absolutely. And organizations like that, unions like that are just, groups like that are just key to make things move. You know, whether sponsorships here, programs in the community, as you'll hear in the interview, it's just really the kind of underlyings of a strong community.
Sure is. And one of the community leaders will join us in Andre Crook. Shot up and in. That's Armand Franklin out of Virginia. 6-point lead for the Crews. 97 seconds left in the first half. Nate Knight fouled topside by that man, Franklin. What do you like about Franklin's game?
That he's always looking to score. So he's always looking to score. He shoots it well, plays hard, and he's a player. Went to a great school, University of Virginia. So he has good fundamentals. Has been coached well, and he's translated to the program really well.
Coach Bennett at Virginia. Is he still there? He played
Tony Bennett. Yes.
Tony Bennett. Mm-hmm. What did I say?
Bennett. Yes.
Yeah, I say Bennett. Okay. All right. I don't know what I'm saying these days. Got too many names in my head.
Yeah.
That's Nate Knight with the 2 free throws. 48-40. Crews have matched their largest lead. Nate Knight, the leading scorer with 11, leads the building. Crews with 9 from Simpson, 9 with Higgs, 8 for Pete. Total team effort. Rip, drive, Tony, left hand hook, no. Sam Peak with a rebound. Crews looking for their largest lead, Reg.
Yep, you hate when those, as far as the individual player, you hate when those go out. And so the Crews are fortunate.
Yeah, there's no asterisk at the bottom of your stats that says I had 5 pop out.
No.
Like that one.
Nope, it's in or out.
That's it. Audie's Tony against Nate. Knight wants none of that. Ellis down the boulevard, blocked by Knight, but there was contact and a foul. Eric Alig said so.
Yep, that's part of pro ball. Going in strong as somebody contesting it.
Strong drive.
Yep, that's exactly what both sides are supposed to do.
A little bit of a delay with officials. But Braxton Key, former Cruiser, also not with this team, but on this roster. Free throw up and good. 40 seconds left, 6-point lead.
And there's so much roster adjustment in the G League. You know, that's why it's key for all the guys, even on the bench, to be engaged all season and be prepared. Working out after practice, before practice, stay in shape.
There's the hammer. That's Pickett. And the former Georgetown Hoya has slammed his way to a 4-point deficit. Cut the lead in half, 4-0 run. Shot clock, game clock, pretty much synonymous. It's Simpson against Tony. 4 seconds. Simpson finds Nate Knight down low, laying good at the horn. The Crews reach half a hundo with 0.9 seconds to go.
How did that go in? It looked like it hit the bottom of the backboard and rolled under.
Some kind of spin.
We talked about that touch earlier that Knight had.
Shows it off there. So the Crews blossom the lead to 6 as we start halftime. Don't go anywhere. Reg and I will break down the first half when we come back. And we'll also talk to Andre Crooks. The Crews in their final home game on Fan Appreciation Night and Marvel Night. The superheroes are out. Come on back right after this. Crews basketball.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Take a look around. Did you really expect it to be different? A city built on big ideas and big dreams. Where Bad Boys became legends. And going to work means more than just clocking in. Where champions inspired the next generation. Where the soul of the city sounds so different.
Call it hustle.
Or whatever the Detroit you want to call it. Man, we do what we do. Every day, every drive, every shot. We're always working, always Pistons, always Detroit
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
Well, the Motor City Crews are fighting for their playoff lives, and Reg, they came out with their pants on fire, makers of 7 of 8 shots that they took.
Yeah, absolutely. They got off to a great start with Higgs making those threes to start. Knight giving energy, giving all kind of energy at the rim, getting and ones, and Xavier Simpson just being the steady hand he is.
Meanwhile, it was a Crews team that saw the lead blossom to 8 or 11 at one point, and then the Gold made a run. And Jamarco Pickett and Walter Ellis kind of took over in that second quarter, and they made their moves as well, inside and outside.
Yeah, absolutely. They really did a good job, and you need all of those keys, those parts of a win to have a lead. Now, what's big for the Crews as well, they only have 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
So protecting the ball, that means you get a good shot. When you get a good shot, you can get back on defense. Even if it misses, at least you can get back.
Second chance points, big for the Gold. They had 10 of them, Crews with just 1. And this is a game that the Crews, a low turnover game, as you mentioned, many sources helping them. They've got 4 players with 8 or more points, led by Nate Knight's 13 points and 9 apiece for Higgs and Simpson, 8 points for Sam Peak, and some contributions off the bench. Jones with 4 and Terrell with 5 for the Crews, who shoot 43% from the floor, 38% from downtown. We're coming back with Andre Crook, IBEW Local 48, on Fan Appreciation Night and Marvel Night. We'll have a nice piece of Marvel Night in the Motor City Crews right after this. You're watching Crews Basketball.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
I love running and working out, but my heel pain was devastating. So I go to fix my feet today, and in about 30 minutes, I walked out pain-free and could not believe it.
Even if you think you tried everything and nothing has worked for you, call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
All right, it's game time. We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
And check out the heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire. The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with Turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit!
Welcome back to Crews Basketball. Special guest in the house today, and a huge sponsor all season long. And this man, Andre Crook, a big supporter and the face of IBEW Local 58. How cool is that? You're the face of this organization, sir.
Well, the face only a mother can love, huh? Nah, but it's pretty cool, man, being able to have, you know, our logo and branding all over the place, and it give us a sense of pride, seeing it plastered all over the building and people finally understanding and knowing who we are. So it's pretty cool.
Tell us a little bit about who you are and what you all do and what the mission is for your company.
So my name is Andre Crook. Like you said, I'm a business rep for IBEW Local 58. I'm an electrician by trade, master electrician by trade, and that's what IBEW stands for, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. We're about 5,000 members strong in the southeastern Michigan area. We stand for community. We stand for quality craftsmanship and work. And if you ever need an electrician, give us a shout.
That's great. And you guys align very well with the Motor City Cruise. And this is an organization that you all have backed. What is it about the Cruise organization and IBEW 58 that seem to come together for a common goal?
So the Cruise, you know, they work hard. They're trying to make it. They're trying to find their way to the NBA. And that's pretty much what we do, starting off with our apprenticeship. Our apprentices are sort of like a D-League. They want to, you know, build their skills and then ultimately step up to the next level the next year.
It's Marvel Night here, and the superheroes are all about. Kind of a cool theme night. What does it mean to you? Are you excited for the?
I'm extremely excited. I love Marvel, all the new, you know, especially with the CGI, right? You know, you get to see the Hulk and he looks realistic. You don't got this big plastic-looking figure busted through a wall like it was in '76, but you know, we got, you know, the technology and everything that they put in the Marvel and the colors. It just pop and match our color scheme and everything. It's just nice looking.
Speaking of which, we've got a very special gift from the Cruise organization.
Oh man!
And I'm going to hold the mic for you while you open that, and a special game jersey and uniform. Oh yeah, open it up. Show that.
Suit up like it's 2002.
That's right, Mumford Mustangs. Watch out! Look at that.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate this. It's beautiful. Thank you, guys.
You bet. Andre Crook, thanks so much for being a great supporter of Cruise basketball and a great representative of the city of Detroit and the IBEW Local 58. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for the opportunity.
You bet. That's Andre Crook. We roll on at halftime. It's the Cruise and the Gold from Wayne State Fieldhouse. Back after this.
Good to see you guys.
Prefer to be the hero.
I want to be the hero. You know, everybody likes to be liked.
I feel like I'd rather be the villain because there's only room for improvement.
I would prefer to be the hero.
Because when you're the hero, there's only a way down. And I feel like the villain is the underdog, the person they'd never believe in.
Definitely be the hero.
If you could translate it into being good, then you could be something great.
If I could have a superpower, it'd probably be flying.
The Incredibles, is that like a superpower? Probably the girl, she was invisible, right?
I probably would want to fly. I think flying would be cool.
Teleportation, being able to go home, see family and friends far away, kind of whenever.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to Fix My Feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
All right, it's game time. We gotta watch the Bucks game too. Giannis already got 20 points in the first quarter.
League pass goes hard.
Hey, check out the Heat. Jimmy Buckets is on fire. The Lakers and the Nuggets are in OT. Oh, Luka just put a dude on a poster. Jalen Brunson out there snatching ankles. Ooh. Go back to Golden State. Home team view.
This is NBA basketball at its best, folks. I'm never leaving.
I'm gonna want you to leave eventually. After basketball.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with Turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit!
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.
Oh, a high-flying act those Marvel superheroes are. Who's your favorite superhero, Reg?
Oh, goodness. I would say maybe Hulk or Thor.
I dig it.
Yeah, I like the ones who represent strength.
I like that a lot. I may or may not have dressed up as the Hulk in full green body paint.
Who didn't?
One, well, as an adult though, sadly.
Okay, all right. I was talking about it as a
This
kid.
is like a handful of years ago. I digress. Rip drive floater short, but that's because there was contact, and the foul is called. And it's going to go on Nate Knight. And that will be Nate's second.
Yep, a good drive there. And again, Knight, he's not going to give you anything easy. He's going to contest. And that foul happened to go the Gold's way.
Audi's Tony was on the opening night roster for the Magic when the season started a year ago, but was traded midseason. He went for 16 his last time out against Salt Lake City. It up here, so 9 points. Sam Peak to the right point to Simpson. 4-point game, Rip drive, Xavier to the hole. Give him 11. He's in double figures.
Yeah, good job, Simpson, knifing in there. He's so low when he gets that shoulder past your hip, there's nothing you can do.
Use that body. Offensive foul. That's going to go on Tony. And what did he do there?
Chicken wing, they call it, which is when your elbow kind of, you use your elbow as leverage and throw a guy out of the way.
Get me all hungry now. Can't wait for the after party, post-game party. This is our final home game. We got to celebrate. Well, what are you laughing at, Fish? You're coming. It's not optional. Floater short. So are you, Reg. 2-on-2 the other way. Down low, stolen by Peak.
Great timing.
He barrels the shoulder down, and that got caught. Can't get anything by this guy.
Yeah, Peak was going down, and when you use your shoulder as a weapon per se, they'll always call it. Sometimes you could just use it as a shield.
But it got caught that time.
Yep, and as a player, you just want the reciprocation. So if that's what we're calling, okay, well, when they do it to me, then just make sure you call it.
And return that favor quickly. Ellis down low against Terrell, 2-team kick out. Audis, Tony rejected at the rim by Nate Knight. And that shot clock violation might have robbed a break, but how about the high-flying act at the rim tonight by the rim protectors, undersized at that.
Yep, we've seen that matchup a few times. I mean, Tony's going in there trying to dunk on the team, and Knight is not having it.
No, sir.
Again, that's what pro basketball is about. Somebody's supposed to try, and somebody's supposed to try to stop it.
Crews are game and a half out of a playoff spot, trying to get in that last position. That's the 6th slot. They need a win in their last 3 games to accomplish that. This one's big. Banker up and good. And that's that man again. That's Tony, the former Hawk.
Yeah, you might have to start backing up off Tony because he's let you know that, hey, when he gets it, he wants to go left.
Peak. Gonna pull it back. And no, tap back out by Nate Knight to Terrell to the hole. Laying good, Ryan Terrell.
Good job of Terrell stretching his arms out, being able to jump from a certain place and using his arm length to lay it.
First career start. Again, the first Orthodox Jew to ever start an NBA organization as well. Bouncer to Tony, left-hand floater, short, got his own miss, put it back up and missed it again. Higgs says, give me that, Bill.
Yep, those are the ones you wish you had back as a player.
No 2 ways tonight for the Crews. Peak, mid-range, splash for Sammy.
Good job by Sam. Last time he had it, he hesitated. He had to look at the 3, he hesitated, jabbed, and it went short. But this time he really did a good job of taking advantage of what was there.
17-footer rise and fire, good for Franklin. Armand Franklin with 2 A's out of Virginia.
So we talked about him before the game because of his ability to do things like that.
That is an offensive foul, and I think that's an illegal screen. It is. Nate Knight with his 3rd foul. That's a concern with the Crews +6, 8:30 left in the 3rd.
Yep, and Knight, he didn't give Franklin any space to fight over the screen. And so Terrell there, when we talked about him using his arm length, he jumped from about the dotted and was able to stretch his arm out. Because had he taken one more dribble, the defender probably would have been there.
Yes, sir. Around his screen, trying to catch Franklin. Nobody can catch him right now. Armand Franklin with a rip and a good roll off the glass.
Yeah, good job of what I call a big hand layup by Franklin, sticking it out almost like you're serving pizza at a restaurant and laying the ball.
Get me hungry again.
You see all my analogies to food, man. I'm a big guy.
I love it. With you.
Everybody eats, so I think it helps them understand better.
No doubt. Simpson trying to eat there from distance. No. 14 fresh with a reset. And the offensive rebound. Simpson around a Nate Knight screen. Good 2-man game. Back to Nate. Right hand lay-in, offhand, good. And it forces a timeout on the floor.
Delay of game.
And a delay of game.
And so that assist by Simpson, you see why he's so high in the G League in assists. I mean, Knight came up to set the screen, released early. Simpson was able to not throw a regular pass, but a pass that was below his hip to him. And part of getting assists is being able to throw the right pass at the right time.
He broke the assist record for the franchise in February with 85 assists. Reverse lay-in, count it, and the foul. That's Zach Irvin in his return trip to the Motor City.
Good job. And the former Michigan grad says, hey, I'm familiar with this area. I want to show out in front of my former family and friends.
All right. We go to a timeout with 7:18 left, and the Crews leading by 4. It's been a 4-point, 2-point, 8-point. The gold not going anywhere in a game that the Crews need. We're back to the Motor City right after this.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the sparks that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
Well, the Crews out of the timeout in a must-win situation, playing loose early on. The Gold, you hinted early on that, look, this team's going to want to fight. They've lost 3 times this year. You don't want to lose 4 times, especially to an in-state professional team in your league. They've come with some fight and some gusto, and the Crews are going to have to match it.
Yeah, absolutely. And remember, it's a game like this. What's going to be key is who's really in shape. As there are a lot of players who typically don't get a lot of minutes in a rotation, you know, how will their legs hold up here in a real game scenario, and will the shots go in? You got, you know, guys like Simpson and Irvin, they've been here the whole year. Tony, they've been here the whole year, and they're used to it. But there's some other players out there who I'm interested to see how they finish out.
Yeah, good point. Simpson, we know, has the stamina. Higgs might be one of those guys you're talking about. And that guy Peak as well. That pass was on the sideline, and that's a turnover. Turnover number 8 of the game. Crews shooting 45% from the floor, just 33% from downtown. This is one of the best three-point shooting teams in the G with the Crews. It's also been a turnover-light team, Motor City, least in the G League at 14 a game. Tip pass out of bounds. The Gold will have to reset.
Yep, and the Crews right here, this is a interesting lineup right here. You have Alexander in here who's new with the team. You have Terrell and you have Peak. I really look to see how they turn it up over these next few minutes. This is a big opportunity for them. Of course you have, and then you have a guy like Simpson in. So it's not going to get too whacking out of line. So whether it's a defensive play, whether it's a hustle play, like I'm looking forward to seeing what they can bring over this next few minutes.
Soule brings the boom from deep, and the former Musketeer quenches and ties it at 58.
There's a guy taking advantage. Last time the goal came, he didn't even play. He was on the roster, but he didn't get in the game. And out here taking advantage of it.
Baker with a rebound off the Simpson 3 miss. 6:20 to go. The Gold are looking for a lead. They led by 1 point early on. Soule, no, from close range. 5-on-4. Crews with an odd man rush. Simpson finds Terrell. Nice pass to the right block to Alexander. Out to Simpson down the avenue. Fouled going up. How about the ball distribution? Half these guys don't know the other half of their guys' names.
Correct.
And they're playing like they're connected at the hip.
Yeah, and that's good basketball right there. Good job by Coach McMillan in the shoot-around this morning. I'm sure just instilling what he could. And good job. And, again, things seem to flow when Xavier Simpson's out there.
It's good to have this concoction with a leader like Simpson who has not missed a game this year. And Xavier Simpson, with that point right there, is now at 1,800 points in his G League career. Congratulations. 1,800 points for Xavier Simpson now.
Yeah, Simpson's been good to the G League, and the G League's been good to him. It's been a great match.
Time to league him, right?
Yeah,
let's get him a look. 10-foot fader is fresh. That's Armand Franklin up to his old tricks, and we're tied at 60.
Yep, good job. We talked about Franklin before the game. He's a wheeler and dealer, a good scorer.
Xavier misses from 17. On the run, Armand Franklin, and we've got a foul off the ball. They'll get Terrell with it. 5:21 left. Substitutions. Terrell will sit. Anthony Tark from Coppin State and Baltimore will check in. Wills will check in. Bryce Wills out of Stanford. Jackson also returns to the lineup. Justin Jackson. Back out for the Tony 3. No.
Yep, good defensive possession. When you have Tony, who's normally a really strong driver, we've seen him several times today, he's shooting jump shots and threes, you've probably had a good defensive possession or packed the paint.
Speaking of good drivers, this is one of the best in the league as well at Xavier Simpson. He draws a foul doing just that. Higgs gets a talking to from assistant coach on the sidelines, Brian Boyle, who's been with his team for 3 years. David Noel in his second year also on that bench. And Detroit's own Marcus Stout, the top assistant for Jamel McMillan, and also a part of the community relations team. Marcus does so much for this community.
Oh, my goodness, he does. I mean, Marcus is one of the good guys. I mean, he's, you know, from Detroit Renaissance, was on those great teams when they were winning state championship. And look at that pickpocket.
Pick the pocket, grab the jersey, and just all kinds of greatness from Xavier. That's going to be a clear path foul, no?
It should be.
I mean, he grabbed that superhero jersey like a villain.
He did.
We get another look at that thing?
Sure, clear path. And
look at that. And then he just pulls the jersey. I mean, is it any clearer than clear? What's the discussion about, gentlemen?
I don't know. I thought clear path was maybe a free throw and possession.
Yeah.
That's not just a standard foul.
He I mean, that's like, okay. I don't know. Hard to understand, but who am I and what do I know? Simpson with what else? A hook pass to Peak. Right elbow J. Got it. Peak's coming off a career-high 14 points his last time out against the Bluecoats on Thursday.
Good job of Peak. That's a nice shot. Nice one-on-one move and a good shot.
He has 12 points in this game. Strip, kick, out of bounds. Baker booted it. It's back to the team in blue, the good guys from the D.
Yep, good job of reaching in there. When you have active hands, you start to disrupt the other team and throw things off. You can't just play regular defense only with your body. That's one part. But if you have an opportunity, if somebody's moving their body in front of the offensive player, well, that provides opportunity for somebody else to come in and maybe take a swipe.
It's been a defensive-minded team all year. Well, let's be honest, they've been wounded a bit the last 2 times out. They've got excuses for that are legit. Sam Peak, they've got no answer or excuses for stopping him. That's a floater that's fresh. Crews by 6. Peak with 14 to match that career high, Reg.
Yeah, that's a tough shot. Being able to shoot that off one leg and have perfect rotation on it.
Started his career at Wesleyan out of New York, was an All-American first-teamer. Kick, corner, pick it long. He then would transfer and to Stetson for a year. And did great there, but made the team on a tryout. Splash City! One of the best stories in the G in the late season. Sam Peak, a boot with a banger from deep, and the Crews with their largest lead of 9.
Big time tap out by Simpson and big time shot by Peak.
Oh, the hustle, you mentioned it, and the opportunity for Peak, who's got 17 points, back-to-back career highs.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Did you know that kids are not little adults when it comes to sports injuries? That's because of something called the growth plate. Growth plates exist all over the human body in our growing athletes. They're actually little cartilage discs that exist at the end of all the long bones. It's simply where a kid grows. The problem is that the growth plate can be the weak link. What might be a sprain, a strain, or a tear in an adult when they hurt themselves can actually be a growth plate fracture in a kid. So it's important, if your kid has hurt themselves and they're not using their arm or they're not able to put weight on a leg, come see one of us, get an x-ray, and make sure it's not a growth plate fracture. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Well, the Crews have 4 players that have either played at the Division II or lower level on the roster. Ryan Terrell, Division III Yeshiva. Devin Higgs played at Georgia Southwestern, Division II. Sam Peak, who was the Division II All-American. And Chandler Vaudrin, who played at Malone, Division II school, formerly at the GLIAC. Anyway, this Sam Peak is something, but it's part of what the Crews have done and built it. How have they been able to do it with players off the street that have emerged from lower level?
Well, part of that is Coach McMillan. He instills confidence in guys. You know, his psychology degree, I mean, he makes you believe that you can do this. So first of all, you know, a player has an ability, but then he doesn't put you on eggshells when you come in here just because you're new.
Sure.
There's a lot of teams that do that. You know, they bring a guy in, then they tell him, oh, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this.
Don't be you.
Yeah, don't be you, basically, and it's a fine line. Yes, we have something established, our established players, but hey, we got you for this, so do what you do.
Sam Peak stays on tilt, fadeaway short corner right jumper. He's got 19 and riding some kind of high. Franklin to the rack, stripped, but there was contact. Crews by 11. This matches their largest lead. 2:49 to go. What's been the difference in their play the last 3.5 minutes?
Made some shots. You know, Peak going off kind of individually, and also those little things. Remember that Peak 3, Simpson tapped that ball out. Other things that happened, there were nice passes that made it happen. So it's the shot going in and the little stuff before the shot.
17 assists now in this game for the Crews. 10 of those from Simpson, who already has a double-double with 15 points and 10 assists. Simpson will sit, Higgs will sit, Alexander returns, and so does Tark, along with Jones. Free throw stops the bleeding in the run, a 7-0 run. The Gold get the free throw, 1 shot, 2 points. And here comes Chandre Jones, who's in at that reserve point guard role for Simpson. Peak the hot hand in the story right now. Vaudrin for 3. That's short. Big boy rebound by Pickett, the former Cruiser. Franklin to the rack against Vaudrin, had it stripped. Another steal. 4-on-1 developing. Jones to Tark. No. Blocked and out of bounds. Crews will get it. Ball out of bounds, baseline right.
Yep, and that was a good defensive possession by the Crews and just weren't able to finish that layup.
The steals and the sticky hands abundant, 10 of them tonight for the Crews. And everybody's been active. Multiple steals for Terrell and Simpson and Vaudrin. Vaudrin 3 steals in this game. Peak with a pass to Alexander with a rim rocker. Crews by 11.
Great pass coming off the screen. Knew Alexander was rolling, and Alexander with the power finish.
3 assists for Peak to go with his career high 19. Tony with a power layup left block. 13 for Adis Tony. Tark, southpaw triple. Back iron, no. Vaudrin with a reset. Back to Jones for 3. Splash City.
Yep. And you just see the energy for the Crews really up. When shots are missed, they're tapping it out. They just have a lot of juice. They're moving the ball and they're playing really hard.
And they have their largest lead of the ball game with 89 seconds left in this third quarter. He's cruised by. Well, to close out the season, the Crews will head north to their friendly rivals, the 905 Raptors.
And this was, with this being a must-win game to keep your hopes alive. You know, this says a lot of credit to these players who are in the rotation today for the Crews, because now you go up there with a whole new purpose.
Yeah.
They would have played hard anyway, but if the Crews are able to close this out, you know, you have the playoffs on the line, and maybe some guys who are out might be back by then, and some whole anything can happen.
That's exactly right. Pickett, ISO game against Alexander, got it, and the foul. Oh, Jamarco. Saxa-Hoya.
That's a nice move. I mean, Pickett, who's the former Crews player, I mean, he's a pro as well. He's spent some time up with different league teams, be it getting call-ups, and I mean, he has the length, the movement, just has to kind of find his way in his niche.
Was a two-way guy in Detroit for the Crews and the Pistons back in the inaugural season 3 years ago. And the organization did move on from him, but obviously thought very highly of him. We think very highly of Turbo and his attire this evening as well.
Always.
How about Peak? No bucket there. Alexander with a save. And Tark lost it, and we've got chaos. And a Crews foul. It's going the other way. But not without some fun in between.
Yeah, absolutely. Peak threw it through his legs. We thought it was going to be highlight worthy.
Did he throw it through his legs?
Well, yeah. Well, he threw it or he lost it, and that's where the crowd went there. It went through the defender's legs and just wasn't able to finish the shot.
We'll get another look at that in a minute. This will send Ellis to the line. Walter Ellis.
The son of LaFonso Ellis, the great ESPN commentator, former Notre Dame Fighting Irish and NBA player.
Did LaFonso cut his hair recently?
I think he did.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah, he did.
Wears it well both ways.
Either way.
Chandre wears it well from distance. And the Crews have bumped their lead to match their largest of a dozen. 20 seconds left. 6-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock. Franklin with a show and go. Blocked from Tark. Peak on the run to Alexander, and the turnover is costly. Franklin slams. Gotta hustle. 7 seconds left. 10-point game. 4 seconds now. Shot clock's dark. Jones from three, no. At the buzzer, Alexander, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. But the Crews are up double digits as we head to the fourth. In line, Reg, for that end goal, the playoffs, with a Crew that they pieced together. What can happen in that fourth quarter? This third was impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. The fourth quarter is going to be big, so we'll see when we get back.
Years of playing sports took a toll on my feet. The worst was the tear in my Achilles tendon. I went to fix my feet today, and I've been pain-free for 2 years. I'm back to pickleball 5 days a week. Amazing.
I've been fixing foot pain for decades. Don't give up hope. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
The NBA app is everyone's app. Everyone looking for a bandwagon. Every statistician always in the weeds.
Points, rebounds, assists.
Every streetwear king who's here for the drip. Every Nuggets fan still reigning like a champ. And everyone else on this floating basketball we call Earth.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with Turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit!
Welcome back to the Motor City, and welcome back to Fan Appreciation Night. And what a celebration we have, Marvel Night. And this young lady is feeling good vibes in the crowd, Reg. And what a turnout. Fans a big part of this season, the success, and everything's come together for this franchise in year 3. And what an awesome atmosphere tonight of this home finale.
Yeah, it's the perfect storm, per se, and a good storm. You have a packed gym, you have Marvel Night, you have great performances out there, and you have the Crews really playing well. So it's been a good night for the Crews thus far.
The Crews have 4 players in double figures, led by Sam Peak, career high 19. The Crews on a mission to get into the playoffs. They have to win their final 3 and might need some help. There you see him behind the swarm. 9 spots out, but bunched up with 4 other teams for that final spot. So they'll have to do all kinds of equations to figure it out, but the Crews just want to win out and control their destiny, right?
There it is. You know that pretty much every team won't win every game, so you do what you can and you win yours, and everything else will fall in line.
Baudrin can't finish. Fine feed from Tark. Gold down 10. Largest deficit was 12. Trying to make their way back. Dead spot right. Time and space, and a triple by Franklin.
Yep. Good play by Pickett to be able to draw and suck the defense in and providing a good kick out.
Downtown has not been the friend of the goal. They're just 6 of 20 from distance. Crews a little better, 9 of 25 for 36%. Chandre Jones will help that number. He's got 13 off the bench in just 14 minutes.
Yeah, that's a big time shot. He's played well.
Coming back, he was with the team last couple of seasons. Signed in December. Irvin over Jones, who had no chance, and it's cut to 8.
Yeah, and that's just a size. That's just a size advantage, and you take advantage of it.
Terrell mid-post. Up, under, fancy footwork again, and he traveled this time.
Yep, and so the thing is, that's a different area to do it. You could do it closer to the rim and they'll give a little more leeway, but once you start, if you're above the free throw line doing it, then it's going to be hard.
Rare turnover for the Crews. Number 1 in the league and fewest turnovers, just 14 a game. They have 11 now. So about on pace. Ellis overhead pass. Franklin's 3 blocked. Higgs throw ahead to Tark, 1-on-2. And he's fouled by Ellis down low, who doesn't love the call.
Yep, he thought he had all ball. But good job by Tark of catching it, and great throw ahead.
It was.
You know, love those throw ahead passes. When the guy's up above, you throw it.
The block. And yeah, Ellis.
Yeah, he placed them first with his hands, then knocked it away. So that's good eyes by the referee.
Tark line right. Anthony was recently signed about 2 weeks ago.
And you have to stay ready. That's what life in the G League is about. So if you're, with the team earlier and you happen to be at home for a couple of weeks, you got to be there doing your workouts, and because somebody can call.
Made his impression the first time around. Solid defense there. Tap back, no. Jones comes away clean with it. Simpson ahead. Vaudrin. Gino Bealey pass and out of bounds. Higgs touched that line.
That's the third or fourth time a guy has been called out of bounds there in that corner.
Yeah. Did they shorten that thing up overnight?
Right. Maybe it's just the guys with the big feet.
Yeah. Look who's talking. What size are you?
17.
Oh, goodness. It's like 2 of my feet. Pickett down the avenue short. Got his own miss. Lay in good. Saxa Hoya, he's got 2 touchdowns.
Yep, good strong drive by Pickett and way to stay with it.
Back to a 6-point game. Simpson with 15. Double-digit rebounds already. And a finish by Xavier into the crowd. And they appreciate that. Everybody wants a touch of Captain Hook. Captain America tonight.
For sure, that's what he is.
There's no doubt. Left hand laying good, and Tony's the truth tonight. Give him 15 points, second highest in the club.
He is aggressive. I mean, every time you look around, we saw him take that one jump shot, but otherwise he is attacking you. He's forcing you to challenge him.
Bully ball for Audiz. Higgs with an 18-footer that's fresh from the left side. How about Higgy?
That's good improvement from Higgs. He didn't shoot jump shots when he first got here.
No, he didn't.
He was rebounding, tapping things in, playing defense, and now he's comfortable enough to shoot those.
Fine 2-man game, and Zach Irvin finishes the assignment at the rim. He's got 11. Simpson to the hole, and another blow by for the captain of the crew.
That's a tough move to stop because he kind of hesitates, shifts himself backwards, and you lean your body a certain way, then he just goes. And remember, he's lower than you when he does go.
When you have that feel for the game and that IQ and physical abilities to do it, it's something to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't get that that comes from playing basketball. You know, Xavier Simpson down in Lima, his dad was a coach, and always in the. His dad is still a coach.
Yeah, right.
Coach Q down in the Lima area,
Sure.
and you get that from being around the gym. Like, you've done that to somebody. You haven't. Nobody's told you to do that.
Right. Reps, and it's been there all season long, Mr. Consistency. He's got it in front of his own bench from 3, no. Offensive rebound, Nate Knight with a nifty putback, Cruz plus 10, and Andre Miller wants to talk it over.
Good job of Knight. He knows he's the biggest guy out there. Crashing the boards, you're going to get rebounds.
Cruz by 10 as we head down the stretch, the final 7 minutes of G League basketball in Detroit in 2024. Coming up, don't go anywhere. Back after these.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
Every morning, I woke up with stabbing pain in my feet. Plantar fasciitis, the doctor called it. All I know is it really hurt. One visit to Fix My Feet today and the pain was gone. And even better, the custom arch supports I got worked in all my shoes.
Don't wait. End your foot pain now. Call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Well, Sam Peak was picked up off the street on the 8th of February. Didn't really get a chance his first several games, but back-to-back career highs, Reg, and he's been impressive in several areas in this game, making the most of his first start in his G League career.
Yeah, absolutely. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready, and Peak is showing that. He has a lot of ability, had a great college career, and he's allowing it to translate to the pros.
Mel McMillan says he's a glue guy, he's very physical, high IQ, a jumper, a lot of energy. He says, I didn't think he could go upstairs like that. Talking about his dunk on Thursday.
Correct.
He goes, I didn't think he could get upstairs like that. I didn't know that, he said. But
that shows a lot about his game.
Yeah.
That you can do other things and not, rely on athleticism.
Yeah. No three there. Cruz get a stop out of the timeout. Nate Knight trying to get something in that post. He's got 17, and he's got to travel. And he says, I got help.
Yeah, he feels he got tangled up, and the referee saw it otherwise.
Jamel McMillan comes over and does have a couple words. You want to keep that streak going, though, Jamel. He has not had a technical foul yet this year. He is in control of his emotions on that sideline.
I get one for fun. But his wife will say, no, that's fine. No, we have a baby at home.
That's
no,
right.
Don't give that money back.
He does have a baby at home. That's right. Another stop, and here come the Crews. Looking to get to that largest lead. That would be 13 points. That would take a three-pointer. Simpson. 2 on the timer. Hook shot, short corner right. No, tap out to Tony. On the run, one-on-one to the rack. And Vaudrin's got his 4th steal of the game. Throw ahead, all alone. Nate Knight with a hammer. And the foul.
Yeah, good throw ahead. When the ball moves faster than the person. When you throw it ahead, it's hard on the defense.
Oh, the look. And the finish. Nothing stopping Knight on this evening.
Yeah, great job by Knight. He's strong, physical, and very active.
Peak back in, Vaudrin sits. Cruz looking to match their take their largest lead of the game right here.
Yep, and this will really put a lot of pressure on the Gold if he knocks this down.
2 more games for the Crews. Coming up, the end of this week. Against the 905 Raptors. They might see their old friend, the former big man here for the Crews. They got signed by Toronto in a 2-way.
Jonte Porter.
Jonte Porter.
Yep,
Thank you.
Started the season really strong for the Crews.
One of the real success stories, maybe the first of the year, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And that would continue with Tosan Awoma getting a call to the NBA. The Grizzlies now back with the Pistons. Hot potato pass to Peak. 2 on the timer, 1 at the buzzer. And that's short. And credit the Gold for their defense.
Yep, and the Crews thought they were doing the right things. They were moving the ball, and somebody just had to take the shot. Because eventually you move the ball to a kind of a dead man.
Yeah.
And when I say dead man, the defense has already rotated around.
Yeah. So, Gold get it back. Tony having some pleasantries with assistant coach David Noel of the Crews. Who says we can't do things? There's a foul on Simpson, a little too close to Franklin, and he'll pick up his 2nd foul with under 5 minutes to go now. And the Crews riding their largest lead of 13.
Yep, but Simpson got him in the face while trying to reach in and deter him.
In the timer, Pickett in the corner. 14 for Jamarco in his return to Detroit. Floater, 8-footer, Zach Irvin, good. Give him 13, and the Gold have cut it to 11.
Zach channeling his inner Kyrie with the free throw line, left hand push shot.
Fun to watch. They go Pick up Jones, two-teamed is Nate Knight, and that's going to force a reset with 6 to go on the shot clock.
And so when Knight has caught the ball, they've started pressuring him. You could tell that's something that they've talked about. Hey, when he catches it, pressure him.
Xavier got stripped, 2 on 3. Irvin feeling it. Corner, Tony, triple, back iron, missed no.
You don't see Simpson get stripped a lot, but it was by Irvin, who was his college teammate. He said, hey, I know that move.
Yeah, he's usually doing the stripping.
Absolutely.
It's a whistle and a technical foul, and that's going to go on Grand Rapids, and that's on Tony. JP Brim has hurt enough, and he gets teed up at an inopportune time. And Tony's going to head to the other end and cool off.
Yep, referees have their limit. They might let you say your piece, and if depending on who you are, you might get to say a second piece, but they for sure won't let it continue. When they let it, you know, they're being evaluated every game as well.
Sure.
So when somebody, if they were watching the film and they saw that they were allowing a player to continuously what they feel is berate them. The player might not feel it's berating them. The player is probably like, hey, I was just telling him he missed that call. Right. And I want him to know he missed that call. But the referees, they might view it as that.
No doubt. Simpson, a 71% free throw shooter, knocks down the freebie. Crews trying to extend to their largest lead. 4 minutes left. Simpson setting him up. To the hole. Reverse no. Nate Knight had it ripped from below. On the run. Franklin. No good. Irvin's there, no. Peak with a rebound. Crews on the run.
Good job for the Crews by getting back.
Jones for 3. Quick shot short. Ellis with a rebound. 3-on-2 developing. Ellis to the hole. Lay-in good at the foul.
Yeah, Ellis, he lucked out there. The 2 guys back were Jones and Xavier Simpson. So there was no need to stop. You have the 2 shortest guys on the court back there protecting the rim.
Timeout on the floor, 3:31 left. It's back to a 10-point game. Ellis to the line when we come back. We'll take a timeout and step aside. On Marvel Superhero Night in Detroit, for the final time in 2024, from the home court of the Crews, we break. Back with a final 3.5. Right after this.
The Motor City Cruise has the ultimate fan experience. There's something for the whole family. Whether you're battling it out with Turbo, hitting the party deck for your birthday, performing at halftime, chopping it up with players, or just enjoying some good old Detroit! The future of the NBA, that's starting today. Welcome to the NBA G League. Today, we're panning for nuggets of gold, searching for what's never been seen. Today, watch us set new trends and crown new kings. Today, we're igniting the spark that's blazing new trails. Buckle up and watch today's G League become tomorrow's NBA.
Koike's got 5. Welcome back to the Motor City. Stick around after the ball game. We'll have our G of the Game. Lots of folks candidates in that G of the Game award. Xavier Simpson with 20. Nate Knight with 20. Sam Peak with 19. And Chandre Jones with 13 off the bench. Impressively enough, it's been a true team effort by the Crews in this game. Meanwhile, coming to life, we've seen Armand Franklin and Audice Tony, who now has 15 points.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a well-balanced scoring game on both ends.
Free throw good, 9-point game. Ellis completes the 3-point play. Walter Ellis now with a dozen. Simpson with 3:20 to go, trying to rock this team to a victory tonight. Need to win the final 3 to get in. Floater up and good. Xavier with 22 now. And an injury on that baseline to someone on the gold. Is that Pickett?
Yeah, he either landed on somebody's foot or somebody kind of crashed into his knee. He's holding his right knee.
Training staff over to help Jamarco Pickett. Fine young man who we had the opportunity to cover. Here's another look. And we'll see what happened.
Oh, Simpson kicked it.
He kicked him? Okay.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. So it looks like he'll be all right. It just hurts, it looks like.
Pickett put up 10 points and 4 rebounds a game in 5 NBA Summer League games in Vegas to get signed by the Pistons in the summer of 2021 and signed a 2-way deal in September of 2021. Here's another look again at what happened here, Reg. Ooh, no, ooh, that's a knee.
So besides Simpson kicking him, it hyperextended backwards when he landed. So those hurt, definitely, but thank goodness that it doesn't seem like that it's going to last. And it looks like the referees are reviewing that. I wonder if they're saying that kick was either malicious or outside of the level of play, of clean play.
See what the public address announcer, Aaron Smith, is always a pleasure to listen to as the public address announcer. Also a fine high school basketball coach at Royal Oak High School for the Ravens. We got a scoring update in the NCAA tournament. My partner informs me that Oakland U, this team up in Rochester or Rochester Hills or Auburn Hills, is taking care of business. They're up 2 with 2:50 left against NC State. How about it? The Golden Grizzlies trying to get into the Sweet 16.
That would be a phenomenal feat.
Baseline, Tony, bang, and hang. And don't look now, the Gold have cut it to 9 with just under 3 to go. And Tony really heating up. He's got 17, Reg.
Yeah, he's going to attack the rim. You got to always keep eyes on him.
Simpson and Jones in there at the same time right now. Both hot offensively. Simpson down low, Nate Knight knocked out of there, stolen away. On the run, Franklin. Back out to Boom. Ellis thought about it. Now he does it. No. Higgs with a rebound, and here come the Crews who come out clean.
Yeah, that shot was in and out. So the Crews, they really lucked out on that one.
Man, that Lion. Critical possession for the Crews, trying to extend this lead a bit. And we've got a foul on Tony, who came up aggressively, or Ellis rather. Gold trying to blitz a little bit. Two minutes left. Crews trying to get to 500 and 16. Higgs with a show and go. 2 on the timer. Down low to Simpson at the buzzer. Got it and a foul. Oh, Xavier.
Captain Hook, he's their leader. You know, we talk about him before the game. Him being their leader, he's always there on time. It seems like the Gold had played pretty good defense throughout the possession. You see there Franklin standing him up, but Simpson breaks himself free.
Fine pass as well.
And the good old Mike and drill layup.
That's right. Oh, the Mike and drill. Remember that from the St. Mary's camps.
Yeah, it's a staple of basketball. Every player should do it. Guards, big man. It just gets your footwork right and your touch right.
Do they still teach that? Do they still teach the Mike and drill? Is it still popular?
Not as many people, but it should.
Yeah.
It should. They should.
No doubt.
It's a foundation. It gives you a foundation of, you know, left foot, right hand, right foot, left hand.
That's left foot, right hand, in off the glass and good. That's Franklin with a hoop and a harm. And the Gold answer back. They're not going anywhere, Reg.
No, not at all. They're going to play till the end. And within 10 points in the G League is nothing, especially when you have timeouts.
We've seen that. That is facts. 21 points. for this man, Armaan Franklin. Franklin, guy that Reg told you about in the open. And he has lived up to the billing. A scorer, an aggressive scorer, and he's done it a little in, a little out. Second leading scorer on Indiana's team. For the transfer to Virginia. Jones right point, Simpson left point. 90 seconds left, 99-90. The Nines are wild in Detroit. Simpson against Tony. Back, forth, left elbow, shot, short, Peak with a rebound, no. Nate Knight got his rebound and scores it. Nate Knight with some magic.
Good job by Nate. That is what the biggest guy on the court is supposed to do. Pound the offensive rebounds.
Shot blocked, and what's the call? Goaltend, okay. Well, that's that. They'll credit the basket to Sule Boom, Reg's fellow alum. That's 5 points.
Yep, scored 2,000 points at college, so what he scores out here shouldn't be a surprise.
Nothing to sneeze at. See the look there. Jones to the hole. Too firm with it. Nate Knight regathers, and a jump ball is called. Wave off the bucket. But the Nate Knight effort has been impressive.
Oh, it sure has. And he's really been all over the offensive glass. He's not watching when they go to shoot. He's following the shot, and he's being aggressive. And that's a big win by Cruz. Now you have to guard 7 more seconds here on this shot clock.
4 seconds now. Whip pass to the corner. Peak with one on the timer. Out to Simpson at the buzzer. Short. And a shot clock violation.
And Simpson is thinking, hey, Peak, shoot that.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot
Put
that.
him in a bad spot late in the timer, no doubt. So, 29.5 seconds left. Cruz trying to get to 500. Keep their playoff hopes alive. Here's another look at that whip pass that left Simpson with just a half second to shoot it. He did. Contact, it looked like.
It was. It was contact. That's how you know Simpson's not a complainer, because, I mean, some other guys would have really been looking at the referees.
Three-pointer, Franklin, no. 20 seconds left. And Andre Miller will call off the Dogs in Detroit, and the Crews will win their final home game of the 2024 season, knocking off Grand Rapids Gold for the 4th time this year. It's a clean sweep for the Crews against their rival from the left side of the state. Crews win it 101-92 over the Grand Rapids Gold on Fan Appreciation Night and Marvel Night. And a good night for everybody, Reg, as the Crews win it and keep the playoff hopes alive. And now a clean 16-16 on the year.
This is a big-time win. Some of those other teams who are at 15-16, they'll lose. And so the Crews did everything in their power and their control to keep their playoff hopes alive.
We'll talk to our G of the game. Some tough decisions in this one. So many players that played well. But the man with a career high gets our G of the game tonight. And it's Mr. Sam Peak. Sam Peak, our G of the game. Sam, congratulations on back-to-back career highs for you. 19 points. Congratulations on the victory, which keeps your playoff hopes alive.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Talk about your journey in getting the right to play in this league. You're a tryout guy that came from a Division II school where you made a big mark, went to bigger pastures at Division I Stetson. But talk about how you were able to get your opportunity here in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, I came to all these summer workouts, tried out for about 5 different teams. I came to the Pistons one and worked my butt off. I was with the Herd for a little bit, but, I mean, it's been a grind for me. I mean, 2 years ago, I was playing Division III basketball, so I'm just happy. I'm excited. I'm blessed that Coach McMillan gave me a shot, and I think I'm trying to make the most of it. So,
when you talk about making the most of it, explain what staying ready is. You have a game here, boom, all of a sudden guys are out with injuries. So coach is like, hey, everybody else has to step up. What does staying ready mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's the G League, you know. I mean, it's my first year, but that means more to me than anything right now, staying ready. And, you know, sometimes I'll come in early in the year. I got 10, 12 minutes. Maybe I grabbed a couple offensive rebounds, and coach saw something in me, got a bucket here or there. But I really felt the trust from my teammates today, even yesterday, the coaching staff. They really believe in me. So, I mean, I'm having fun hooping. It kind of stinks that the season's going to end if we don't make the playoffs. But, yeah, I love it. I'm loving it.
Your game was fun to watch tonight. It was also fun to watch that dunk on Thursday night. Is that something that you've got in the arsenal on a regular basis?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've taken off from that far in a game before, but yeah, I'm trying to show everything I have. So if that means I got to dunk on somebody's head or do something crazy like that, I will.
Sam, congratulations. Go enjoy it and keep rising, young man. Way to go.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
There he is, our G of the game, Sam Peak. And Reg, the G League is about stories like this young man who was signed just about a month ago.
It is. It's full of them. Like you said, a couple years ago he was playing D2 ball. And it just shows if you keep your game tight and your mental right, you can have a chance. And, you know, you might have a good chance to perform when your name is called.
We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Reg and I will break down this victory for the Crews. Victory number 16 on the year. Crews still alive for the playoffs on this Saturday night in Detroit with a win for the fourth time this year over the rival, the Gold of Grand Rapids. Back to Detroit in a moment. This is Crews basketball.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, you are a member of a financial institution that serves the Catholic community, providing you with an opportunity to align your banking with your Catholic identity. You receive all the products and services you need to manage your money, and your membership helps support Catholic schools, parishes, and organizations. It's time to put your money where your faith is. Visit AllianceCatholic.com to get started today. Service, community, Catholic. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA.
I love running and working out, but my heel pain was devastating. So I go to fix my feet today, and in about 30 minutes, I walked out pain-free and could not believe it.
Even if you think you tried everything and nothing has worked for you, call or visit Fix My Feet today.
Fix My Feet is now open in Rochester Hills, located on Rochester Road in the Target Center. Come in for a free consultation.
Well, the Motor City Crews cap off a home season that was electric. And tonight, this audience on Fan Appreciation Night and Marvel Superhero Night saw the Crews jump out to a hot start, Reg, from the field. And it was enough cushion to give this group that hadn't played together most of the season, let alone start together, get to a fast start, which helped this team, gave them confidence and some cushion along the way in this game. That was a rough ride at times.
Yeah, absolutely. And that start was everything. Because imagine with the difference that this game is from the others and you have a bad start. You could just kind of chuck it in. It wasn't our night. Hey, we just wanted to get some guys some run. But it wasn't. The start really gave them hope that they could do this.
One of the guys that really stepped up in this game was Nate Knight, a guy that was a monster on the glass. and a team that really needed somebody to take over in the paint, Reg. He did a lot tonight for this team. He was one of the MVPs, no doubt.
Absolutely. When size plays hard, it really has an effect on the game. And Knight came in and he played hard, used his size.
And so did that man, Xavier Simpson, a double-double, 25 points. It's so, regular for this man to continue to do his dominance, not just with the dimes, second best in our league, but he can score points when he needs to.
Yeah, for sure. He can. He's the leader. Besides mentally, emotionally, he's the leader in play as well. And tonight was the perfect example.
Fine play for Jones off the bench, 13 points. Higgs also doing great work with 11 points, some dirty work along the way. Meanwhile, Franklin came on in this game as you promised in the open. He ends up with a high score, 22 points, and he kept this team in it in the late stretches when the game was getting to double figures. The Gold had this thing down to about 4 or 5 points, and the Crews just went on a race in the later parts of that fourth quarter.
Yeah, they did. They really separated. And a few key plays. The way Knight got some of those offensive rebounds at that time and putbacks, those are deflating. Also, Simpson just leading the team. But before that, peaks his flurry, his personal flurry, where he had about 6 or 7 points in a row. So those small pockets are really what put him ahead.
Well, that's all for tonight. That's all for our Crews broadcast and our coverage here. I want to thank the hardworking folks on our broadcast crew, and captained by Alex Westfall, but chief engineered by Casey Buford, and a fine staff, and we appreciate all the work of our production team and the excellence that they give to us. And partner, thank you for being the lead color commentary this year and really doing a fantastic job in that role. Fun to have you back for another year.
Man, it's been phenomenal. The Crews, they've been exciting. Shout out to the prep. You guys are amazing. Everybody behind the scenes, yourself, and big thank you to the Crews and the NBA G League as well.
Thank you. We really appreciated our crew tonight. Sam Fisher on camera, Kyle Buchanan on a camera, Brad the Boss Ross on camera 3, Craig Patterson on A2, in-house camera Chris Rose, your executive producer Alex Westfall, your technical director Robert Sherby on replay, Brandon Cardenas fresh off sabbatical, Austin Sonnenberg on graphics, and Kristen Jackson on audio. We want to thank Brody Hickle and all the fine, hardworking folks here. For my partner, Reggie Butler, my name's Chad Bush, saying so long. Motor City Crews win it and keep the playoff hopes alive. 101 winners to 92 over the Gold. Have a great night, everybody. So long.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.